wonder why you can't reach her. She gets deeper and deeper, and you remain inside the box and wonder why.
Why am I dying to live if I'm just living to die? Why am I trying to see if there ain't nothing inside? Why am I trying to give when no one gives me a try? Why am I dying to live if I'm just living to die?
She said she's dying to live as the poison inside of her builds inside of her, living inside of her, sitting inside of her, eating her insides from the inside into inside. She can't feel herself. From the outside, she's walking dead. To the outside, she's all smiles. But on the outside, she just living to die. Outside. Inside, she's dying from within, wanting to cleanse herself from a disease that brings excruciating pain wherever it feeds. Feces stain on her intestine membrane. She's dying to live. And she said she's dying to live on top. Can't differentiate the bottom from the top. So used to being on the bottom that the bottom makes her feel like she's on top. She bottoms up and bottoms out. So even if she was on top, her bottomless cycle don't stop. Dying to live, climbing to the top in this dog-eat-dog world where success comes on the backs of flaws. A world where she still must fight to prove her worth. Because at birth she's priced. Dying to live with just a little more sight. Relationships making her heartless. Darkness, she's dying in her light. And she said she's dying to live as she faces molestation, pregnancy, menstrual cycles, STDs, predators, rapists, shaping pieces of the only remnants remaining. Dying to live through religion, homosexuality, workforce discrimination, domestic violence, cancerism, sexism, child abuse, feminism. Dying to live through harassment, assault, rumors, glances, the pussy and testosterone jokes. Dying to live amongst egotistical men, no longer kings, mothers of earth, no longer queens. And she said she's dying, crying, living in the lie she's always forgiven them. Pain, never remembering, causing character disfigurement, trust dismemberment, loving on a pendulum. Life's continuum, surviving, continuing. And she said she's dying to live.
Deeper, deeper, and you remain inside the box and wonder why you can't reach her. She gets deeper and deeper, and you remain inside the box and wonder why. It's cancer, she said. Cancer in my body. And don't tell me to look for the silver lining or find the good, because I got a little girl this time for us. And who's going to teach my daughter the definition of womanhood? Certainly not me. Not when this cancer has taken away my femininity. What could she possibly learn from me? And this had been my friend for so very long. So I let her cry, and then I held her face in my hands, and I looked her in the eyes, and I said, we are women. And with each of life's lessons, womanhood is something that we have earned. It is not something we learn, so it cannot be taken away or forgotten. It is always right here in our hearts. We are not Barbie dolls with detachable parts. We are women with or without our ovaries. We are women without these. And the real strength of a woman, it's more powerful than any disease. And my friend, you have forgotten that I am the daughter woman who battled cancer till it took her life. So I offer you this advice. You yell, cry, throw things, do whatever you like. Then you hold your head up high and let your daughter see you fight. That's what I remember. See, my mother did for cancer what stars do for night. She shined in it, dared it to attempt to capture her glow. She would tell anyone that needed to know. See, this is a woman who laid it all on the line. And yes, she died before her time. Yeah, cancer took her body, but she'd be damned if it conquered her mind. And as she lay there, no, not the picture, not the perfect picture of health, but she was the perfect picture of power, because even in her dying hour, she praised God and gave him the glory. And for the rest of my life, I will tell her story, because I was there when the doctor walked in the room and nonchalantly told her that she wouldn't make it to the end of the week. And my mother, she didn't even speak until he left the room. And then she told me not to cry because God had more work for her to do before she could die, and she was right. So for the first time in weeks, I slept in that beat-up brown hospital chair peacefully through the night, and I watched her. And my mother knew, just like your daughter is watching you, so you fight, because it's the best gift you can give. Even in death, my mother taught me to live. You fight, and don't be afraid to let her see you black and blue. You fight, because if she was in your shoes, that's what you tell her to do. You fight to teach her that God didn't give us the spirit of fear. You fight to show her womanhood begins right here. You fight for your sisters, your daughters, your brothers, your friends. You teach her that if we don't fight, then we can't win. And since then, my friend is one breast down, but she's still doing good. And her daughter and I, well, we have a bond, never discussed, but always understood. We have beautiful mothers who have shown us how to fight and taught us the definition of womanhood. And she gets deeper and deeper.
Deeper and deeper, and you remain inside the box and wonder why.
Hi, my name is Cassie, and I like to draw. When I grow up, I'm going to be an artist, and my pictures are going to be everywhere, and everyone's going to know my name. But for first, I got to practice. So I need a mountain of paper, at least 10 gazillion sheets. My babysitter gets it on these big rolls, and I think that's really neat. Acceptances, if I want some, I have to ask her son. I don't like him. He is the boogeyman. If I had to draw him, I would draw an X, because X means no and stop. Because every time I want to color, he wants to get on top. And so he takes me to this room and he says, pretend you're sleeping. It's just a dream, and you better not make any sounds. Lay down. And so I close my eyes and I start to hum, and I see Mickey's Fantasia, and the dirt is swept away by the brooms, and all that's left behind are the colors of rainbow across the room. And I am not hurting, and this is not real. I am a doll, and that is all, and dolls do not feel. I'm coloring as he flips my pages. I'm coloring as he fast forwards my life through stages. My body and my mind ain't ready for And I tell him I don't want to play this game no more. And he tells me, shut up, I'm almost done. And then he shakes, I get up and I go run and I go tell my mommy. But she doesn't listen. And now I'm grown and stuck in this position. A doll fearful of becoming the same submission, subliminal context, how at 4 years old did coloring become about sex? Another issue for my shrink to dissect. Still coloring in my mind after all this time. Are we done with this game yet?
She gets deeper and deeper. You remain inside the box and wonder why you can't reach her. She gets deeper and deeper, and you remain inside the box and wonder why.